protests in Peru have once again made international news after 4 deaths led the government to impose a state of emergency in the Espinar district of the Cusco region. The violence resulted from accusations that the Tintaya Extrata mine is poisoning local water sources. Water disputes have long been an issue in this very dry region, and these protests are merely the latest in a long-running trend of civic unrest in Peru's poorer areas. With a weak government in power, these protests can be expected to continue and may make Peru more risky for foreign investors as political solutions falter. Largely as a result of the massive resource deposits available in the Peruvian Andes, Lima was the seat of Spanish governance in South America in the 16th and 17th centuries. As colonization and global economic integration progressed, Peru grew gradually less influential in Latin America. Today, Peru can be thought of as a modern city-state, with Lima at its core and a largely undeveloped hinterland to the east. Lima serves as a key trading hub for Peru's resource-fueled trade-based economy. Since 2001, Peru's exports have skyrocketed from a mere $7 billion to more than $45 billion in 2011. Growth has been similarly strong, driven by rising domestic consumption and foreign investment, which has increased from a mere $800 million in 2001 to more than $8 billion today. But while Peru's growth has contributed to some gains in combating poverty, there remain severe demographic differences that contribute to consistent public unrest. With most of Peru's wealth and population centered in Lima, most political power is concentrated there as well. The Lima elite favor foreign investment, neoliberal economic policies, and macroeconomic stability. In contrast, Peru's rural areas that have the country's rich copper, gold, silver, and natural gas reserves are home to Peru's poor, mostly indigenous communities. This disparity in wealth distribution drives most conflict in Peru, as rural communities seek to secure a bigger share of the wealth that's generated in their own backyards. Humala was elected on a leftist platform with support from those rural areas. But while Humala has come through on some of his promises to cater to these communities, he has not proven to be the anti-business leader that international investors feared. Humala has, in fact, found himself in a very delicate position. He can no more afford to alienate foreign investment than his predecessor governments. But, as a leftist in a country with a powerful right wing, Humala has at best a weak governing coalition. With public unrest threatening foreign investment, Humala has been caught in a tug-of-war between the demands of his political base and those of his political opponents. So even though Peru's poorer communities formed the foundation of Humala's successful rise to power, his ability to satisfy immediate demands is limited. With limited influence in an already weak government, the strongest tool Peru's community organizations have is protesting. Protests like this week's in Cusco, and those planned for today against the proposed Newmont Conga gold mine near Cajamarca are not new. But with a weak government in power, they may get worse for investors before they get better.